Hey guys, so this is going to be my first video sort of documenting my journey to move to Castelldefels, Spain. So first of all, who am I? If you clicked on this video, it's my intro video. Maybe I'll like pin this on my profile so people know, because this is going to sort of set up what this channel is all about. So I am a musician, first of all. My music project is called Violent Melody. It's a solo music project. I've thought about making it into a band, but in the meantime, I just keep putting out music because I love doing it. And I sort of explore a lot of different genres. All the videos, all the songs, when they come out, get posted onto here, because when I drop them on DistroKid, they they get shared onto here. I'll also probably share music videos and stuff sometimes for Violent Melody because it's an important part of my life. The main theme, though, the underlying thing going on here is that I'm, getting my degree in graphic design. I'm moving to Castelldefels in Spain, and I'm trying to escape a country that's very, very painful for me to live in these days as a trans woman. There was a time where I felt fine here. I felt comfortable when trans rights were first becoming more visible around like 2015. I felt like the world was really getting better and improving. So I came out around that time. I actually came out in 2017, but I did start coming out to people individually probably in 2015, 2016. Started transitioning and things were going pretty well for a little while. Admittedly, I did feel like kind of scared the first time. I'm pretty worried the first time Trump got elected, and I do think that there were still effects from that first time, such as him sort of like infecting the culture, which then led to what we have now. But what we have now is really bad. Now there's a ton of transphobia and very harsh laws being passed lately that are definitely going to affect me quite personally, and quite personally affect my mental health, and even my physical health will be affected. So it is definitely like, I got to get out of here. Like, the amount of dysphoria that I'm going to be feeling from these kind of policies is like not healthy. And I recognize by being like a visible, like I'm gearing up for the fact that by being a visible trans person, content creator, I am opening myself up to a lot of fucking bullshit. I've done that. I've opened myself up to that a lot in the past, and it's been stressful, but you just gotta kind of like endure it if like you want to find the good people. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find people who support me on my journey to move to Spain, a country which is a lot safer for trans people nowadays, has much kinder laws, and is much more progressive. And I just, especially the part of Spain I want to move to, Barcelona, is extremely progressive. So, that's part of why I want to live there. There's also the fact that it's like this beautiful beach town. It's super affordable. It's actually more affordable than my hometown is. Very, very affordable. It's just a matter right now of saving up money. Again, there was that YouTuber Mari in Spain. She makes videos about living in Spain and moving to Spain. And I emailed her. She gave me like some information on how much to save. So now I'm budgeting, starting next week, putting money away. I'm also, other things I'm doing to prepare myself right now. I mean, we're gonna come up with things together over the course of this, right? Like, I think you guys, my audience, could probably give me some suggestions for moving. I'm gonna keep watching Mari's videos. I'm gonna keep like researching. But another big thing I'm working on right now is I have Duolingo, and I actually have a week of this like free pro version. So I figured I'd take the free week of the pro version, and then I just like canceled my subscription so that when the week's over, pro version goes away. But it'll be a good boost for me early on to get me learning some Spanish, some basic Spanish. I do think it'll help to do more than just Duolingo, but Duolingo is kind of where I'm starting for now. Maybe like watching shows in Spanish will help me. Listening to podcasts in Spanish, there might be like other things. Also, the part of Spain I want to move to, Castelldefels / Barcelona, like that area there. They also speak Catalan. They speak Spanish and Catalan there, you know, Catalonia. So one way I'm like thinking of dealing with that is I got a second app that teaches you Catalan. I think I want to mainly focus on learning Spanish for now. I think, you know, most people will probably understand Spanish there, but I do think that like eventually I want to learn Catalan too, because I think it's important to know if you live there. They are extremely similar though, I've noticed that from looking at some of the words. The other thing I'm trying to do right now is just build an audience. That's where this comes in, right? And YouTube and all that. The audience I'm trying to build here is not just an audience, like I want to build an audience who supports me, who can give me tips, who can give me support. I want to find those people. So that's what this, like, why I'm going to start making videos on this. This is also why I'm going to start kind of changing my Instagram. There's a couple of reasons. I want to change my Instagram to help me build an audience that's supportive, but I also want to change my Instagram because I want it to focus on something kind of more positive. For the longest time, I was feeling very negative and really sad because I live in this country that's taking my rights away. And I've done a lot of advocacy, but at the same time, like a lot of it has been just like me trying to vent. It wasn't even like necessarily always intended to be advocacy either. Like a lot of times I've just been trying to vent and people mistake it for like just being just advocacy. I think a lot of times I end up doing advocacy as a side effect of being a smart person who's using the internet to vent about these things. But regardless, like this stuff has been very stressful for me, these things that have been happening, and sharing that stuff can be a lot on people. It could be kind of like a lot of doom and gloom, and kind of want to keep it more positive for them, but also for myself. Just like give myself something to be excited for about my future rather than just feeling this dread. And I know that when I move there, my life is going to be so much better and I'm going to be so much happier. I chose that city for a lot of personally validating fun reasons as well. Like that is a skateboarding capital that Castelldefels and Barcelona really are. Barcelona is just the neighboring city, so that's why I talk about it a lot, because I'll probably be spending a lot of time there. It's just very expensive to move to Barcelona specifically, so that's why I'm shooting for Castelldefels, which has a beautiful castle. It's on the beach. It's like everything I like, you know. It's artsy there. There's a big music scene. There's like everything about it is really nice. So I think the other thing is that it's a walkable city. I have a lot of car issues. Like I am someone who hits curbs. I get like a speeding ticket like once a year. Like I have bad driving habits. If I lived in a city that's a walkable city and had good public transportation, like I think I would thrive there. I think that's for me. So that's another appeal. It's also mad cheap though too, to not own a car, you know, not pay for gas, not pay for insurance, not pay for a car loan. Like honestly, I think I would save a ton of money. I think I would be in like such a better spot financially. And healthcare. Let's talk about healthcare. Spain has universal healthcare. So, you know, like shit is not gonna cost you an arm and a leg. That's important to me too, you know? Before I know it, I'll be 40 years old. I'll be middle-aged. Like, I'll want to be feeling like I can afford to take care of myself. I can hardly afford my freaking teeth these days, you know? I think it's important to live somewhere where I can afford to take care of myself and not worry about that. So these are all reasons it appeals to me. Also, patatas bravas are fucking delicious. I had them after I knew that I wanted to move to Spain, but now that's another reason to move to Spain. I want to try more tapas and more just Spanish food in general. I've noticed that Spanish food is kind of different than Mexican food. Like, a lot of people assume it would be like spicy, like tacos and stuff, but no. Spain is like Mediterranean food, you know? It's there's a lot of like seafood, there's a lot of tomatoes, there's a lot of like, you know, Mediterranean dishes. So that's something to know. It just seems like a good idea to move there, to work toward that. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I'm working towards. Moving to Spain. What else do I want to say? Oh, just one last thing I wanted to add is I love the history there. You know, there's a lot of medieval architecture and buildings. There's a castle in Castelldefels I definitely want to check out. Barcelona is full of cathedrals that are beautiful, the city of Barcelona. So I'm absolutely going to be spending time checking that out. Like every block has like some kind of a crazy old building like that. So yeah, it's going to be a great time. And every step that I take now to get there, it's gonna get me there. It's gonna be real good. So working on it, and looking forward to have you guys come along with me on this journey. Thanks.